Hello, today's tutorial is on head to knee forward bend, Janu Sirsasana. So this pose stretches out the calves, the hamstrings, the back, and the neck, and it involves also the external rotation of this bent leg. So let me first start with a demonstration of this pose. So now we're going to start in Dandasana, but we're going to have our feet close together and united, okay? So from here, we're going to keep the spine as straight as you can, and we're going to bring first now the left leg in. So be sure when you're doing this to not move your hips at all. See that your hips are firmly rooted to the ground, your hips are not moving, and then you bring your foot as close as possible to the ground, okay? And over here, as you might notice, your torso and your nose is aligned to the middle of your right leg, okay? So from here, we're going to inhale and bring our arms up. And exhaling, we bend forward, okay? So bring our abs first in contact with the thighs, and then we can relax our head onto the leg, and we can look towards the feet and the toes. You can wrap your hands over the foot, do so, and if you would like to intensify the stretch, you can straighten the leg totally like that and flex the foot as much as you can and look towards the foot. Okay, now let me talk about the common mistakes in this pose that are very important to know. The one most common mistake that you see is that students might do this and they just want to reach for the toe and they round their back in the attempt to do this, okay? So we want to avoid that. We try to maintain our spine as straight as possible as you can, and so if you need a strap, please use a strap. Wrap the strap around your foot, okay? And keep your spine straight, all right? Just work at your level, and you can keep your leg relaxed for now, okay? So there's a micro bend in the leg. You don't even have to straighten the leg out totally or flex. Just relax the leg, and from here, keep the spine as straight as you can, and then try to see if you can pull yourself closer towards your leg. But do not use too much force, okay? And here it is. And now let me talk about this bent leg in external rotation. If you're feeling too much in the groin for this leg that is out in external rotation, you can grab a block and put it under the knee, and you might feel more supported so that your leg is not hanging around in mid-air and the gravity is trying to pull it down, and that might cause excessive strain in your groin if you might have stiffness in this area, okay? Okay, and actually, with regards to this knee, if you do experience knee pain, probably from past injury or past surgery, one thing you can do instead of bringing your foot all the way to the ground, you can just bend your leg slightly, okay? Just keep your foot further out, and you can do the exercise in the same way. And one other important mistake to highlight is that sometimes students, actually very commonly, instead of rooting the hip to the ground, not moving the hips, and then just shifting this leg, and you might have noticed this actually, because it's quite common. You might see students shifting their hips. So maybe they're opening out to the side, you're shifting the hip backwards, and then as you see, if you shift the position of the hip, when you're moving the leg back, your torso is no longer aligned on top of the other leg. Let's see, now I'm facing out in this angle, so for me to stretch to this leg, I have to twist my torso to this direction. I have to twist here, and then you might you might start feeling something in this corner of the back, okay? And then if you try to bend down and do a forward bend in this position, you might strain one side of the back unintentionally, okay? You would really feel it on one side of the back. And this is the same even if you keep your hip in position, you move the foot back, but sometimes before stretching, students just move because our bodies move at their own accord without us realizing sometimes. So before stretching, they might just shift the leg out, maybe because they feel uncomfortable in this area, because maybe due to tightness, it doesn't feel too comfortable bringing the foot all the way to the groin, and so they try to shift this leg out. And it's the same thing. If you try to now bring your nose to this shin and to this leg, you start to feel a stretch in unevenly on this left side of the back. Okay, that is not a stretch that is evenly spread across the entire back. So we would try to avoid that as much as we can, actually. So just please be aware if you feel like you don't have a lot of space anyway, okay? You don't have to bring your foot so close to your groin, okay? You can just keep it out, or if you need, you can even bend the leg slightly, okay? Same in Uttanasana. You can bend your legs slightly or using a strap as well to try to bring you down in this way, okay? So without compromising the alignment in any way. Okay? And then work with your level wherever you are at. So, and maybe you might have noticed just now, if you wish to intensify the stretch, as usual, you can straighten your leg totally and flex the foot, okay, when you are down. Only when you are down and comfortably down, okay? And from here, as I might have said, the spine is straight. So eventually when you reach down, if you would like to accentuate a stretch in the neck, you can just curl the neck, curl the chin to the chest, just very slightly, very gently, and you would feel much more stretch in the back and the neck area already. So it all depends what you are looking for in this position. Okay, so this is the end of this tutorial. I hope that this has been useful for you, and I hope to see you for the next tutorial. Please like and subscribe, and I see you again. Namaste.